I'm not saying anything. I'm just, just...
What you're saying is the biggest insult that you can do to me is to dwindle that intelligence I know you have to act stupid.
I'm not... I'm not trying to act stupid. I'm just trying to, you know, have a little bit of fun. I can't, always be sulky. Do you want me to always be sulky? Because I could be that. I could...
No, I just don't want you to insult your own intelligence. You know what I would do if I knew as much as you?
What?
I would explore those options continuously, instead of always trying to make jokes with them.
Wait, explore what options?
She sighs as she opens her bag and looks down and starts to read what looks to be a book.
Book that could hurt.
She's on the other cart. You can't look at the book.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, I mean, like, I just see her put her head down.
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea of making the best out of the skills you have. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, but I don't really have anything to, like, do right now. I don't have anything to read. I don't have, like, a easy access library. I have my tomes, but they don't really... They just have, like, spells and stuff in them. They don't really give me much. I've already read through them. I've already used them. They don't have anything to do except talk with you people.
You don't have anything you could do.
I mean, I could try to, like, quiz myself, I guess? Do some quote-unquote magic training?
Well, that's just going over the information you already know.
Yeah?
If you think about it, who is surrounding you right now? If you wanted to better yourself in terms of magic, who is around that you could talk to maybe learn things and different angles and approaches that you don't know yourself?
Right? I'm just kidding. Akiyama? I mean, you're kind of smarter than me, I guess. Are you available right now?
You're just like shrug and like not doing anything.
Okay. I mean, like, I don't know if you wanted to, if you just wanted to take in the scenery. I didn't want to, disturb you,
We're going to be traveling for a while. Might as well make use of it.
Okay, Professor Akiyama. He crosses his legs. What are you going to teach me first?
What am I going to teach you first?
Yes.
Well, it's definitely a question. And they're probably going to do a magic training, talking to each other about methods of approach and magical shenanigans. Is that a thing that could be done?
With your base magic's 23?
Yes.
Yes.
Could it be done both ways, so both getting magic training?
No. If you're training, you're being the trainer, teaching them, not training. You're sacrificing your time to train them.
Could it be
I think the idea is more...
You could split half and half, yeah.
The idea more you're talking to each other and contrasting various ways of using magic, so you're both learning at the same time.
Yeah, it'd be the idea of splitting it half and half.
Yeah, if you're trying to do that, then that's fine. Though he won't be able to help you. You'd be able to just bounce your ideas off of him, and he can be a factor that just helps you think in different ways.
Yeah,
so,
that's basically it.
Akiyama's giving you a trained lesson where you're just being there to help Akiyama learn more, so... Valorth, you have 2 hours of being trained. Akiyama, you have 2 hours of training yourself.
Okay.
Anybody else while Valorth and Akiyama seem to be going over the facets of magic that you could talk to anybody on the cart?
So, Raikor. When did you die?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Arceus would stop reading and look up at that with a raised brow?
Hi. Well, I'm not sure I've fully grasped the whole time thing we've spent in the dark, but I suppose a few days before we went to the dark.
Okay. Are you aware that, on a technical standpoint, you're classed as undead? Not raised, just undead.
Truthfully, I hadn't thought about it too much, but I suppose so.
Well, would you mind telling me as much as you remember about how, on both sides of the grave, you were? How particularly you died, how you came back?
Sure, I don't mind. Is there some sort of problem?
Well, it's just my job to hunt undead and kind of gesture at you. Here you sit.
Is that so?
I'm not suggesting I'm going to try and kill you. You prove yourself, well, useful. But I'm infinitely curious as to why.
Well, the group I was previously with, I think we've mentioned bits of this before, but we were on our way to Elwood to gather supplies from Gristleshore, or for Gristleshore from Elwood. And on the way there, we were ambushed.
Do you know by whom?
They were men who I've come to learn since were followers of Titania. They wore all sorts of wood-like clothing, bits of, naturally made greaves and that sort of thing. We fought them off, but amidst the skirmish, I was made to be buried alive. And then I suppose I wasn't alive.
Right. I just confuses me because every undead I've encountered so far, they've been ravenous, for lack of a better word. They've been driven by hunger and destructive forces. You seem far more yourself, I guess.
Where did the undead you've come across come from?
Usually necromancers, foul magics.
So they were unsavory to begin with.
Or just poor unfortunate sods that happen to be brought back by someone with ill intent.
Yeah, maybe that's the difference then. As far as I can tell, Titania's never wanted anything but...
To kill you originally.
Well, I'm not even sure that was her. I mean, it was her followers that did it, but once I was there, she offered me a second chance. I don't really know what she wants from me, but it's worked out so far.
Do you know if there are any more like you? Brought back by Titania? Do you know why she's amassing forces of the dead?
Not really. We've only had but one conversation. Yeah, it's odd. I feel her presence around, at least here. But it's not like we're in constant communication. One time, we were. But we weren't talking about what she wanted. It was more of, a personal thing with me. But no, I can't say that I know why she's, or if she's amassing forces.
apart from life renewed, what is it she's giving you? Or what are you giving her?
Well, she did. In that talk I mentioned, she did ask why someone like me would be so in tune with nature. The only thing I could tell her really is that because she had offered me a second chance, and my family were farmers growing up. We always lived off the land, and that's how we got through life. But I mean, she offered me this shield. It's been quite useful, and I guess she's offered me an enhanced comfort of right and wrong, I suppose.
What does she get from you?
I'm not sure exactly.
Right. Yes, a bit of an odd question. Does your heart beat?
I don't know. Have we ever actually gone over that?
Not even once. Do you check?
Yes. I mean, I just assumed I would know by now.
It's not something that you ever really thought of. So when he mentions this and you bring your hand up to your chest, you feel warmth. You feel like the tension of your blood moving through your veins. You don't feel lubbed up.
Oddly enough, I guess it doesn't beat in the traditional sense.
Do you need to breathe?
I do. Not sure about need per se.
I ask because the undead constructs, I guess the class does, I thought they're tireless workers. People create them for various reasons, to be soldiers, often to do labor, but they never tire. If you are truly undead, then perhaps neither will you.
Shall we see how long I can hold my breath?
As gestures out of hand, if you wish.
I just stop breathing.
This goes on for about 30 minutes.
Okay, you still there?
What? I guess it's just an old habit.
Do you need to eat?
I like food.
I'm sure you do. Food's nice, but do you ever grow hungry? Or do you just eat out of habit, like you're breathing?
Well, you know. I guess if it came down to it, I wouldn't have to keep going.
That's my final question. Do you actually get tired? I've seen you take horrible, horrible beatings that many would crumple from, and you just keep on going. I mean, what I'm really asking is, would you mind hopping off the cart and just running alongside for as long as you can? And I mean full running.
It's going to leave me behind.
If you run?
Yes,
But
I may not get tired, but I'm still slow.
that's something we could work on. But
I
Riker,
feel-
this is an exceedingly strange opportunity you've been given.
Is it?
Well, you're no longer shackled by the needs of life. You may cease to age. You might end up living forever. Living in whatever state you call living at the moment. But
Huh.
this is odd. And
That is
kind of
a-
unsettling.
Yeah, that's unsettling. It is.
I glance over at Arceus.
Can I
She been
touch
like,
you?
Excuse me.
That's
I have
curveball.
something that doesn't work on things that are truly undead, though it requires me to touch you.
Well, all right then. Just hold out my new arm.
She slowly reaches out and grasps your hand, or your arm, and you start to feel rejuvenized. So it heals you for 12.
Well, I certainly feel a bit better.
So she pulls back and seems to be very confused. That shouldn't have worked. Are you sure you're correct, Ro? Excluding the fact that he just held his breath for 30 minutes.
I've recently been remembering some of my basic training, how to find and track the undead. Riker is definitely, beyond any shadow of a doubt, dead. If he's some, I don't know.
So as this conversation's happening, Mel, you're kind of like in between all this happening. So, yeah. How is she feeling about that?
I don't want to be in between any of this.
Unfortunately, you're all on one cart, so...
I am trying to ignore as much of it as possible, and failing miserably. Because frankly, it's horrifying.
So, as all this seems to be happening, what about on the other cart? Well, actually, it's just Vayana. Vayana, as you're kind of listening over to Akiyama and Valrith speaking, you're just holding onto the reins, looking at the horses, slowly lulling in and out of semi-consciousness from the tedious act of just standing there holding the reins and doing nothing else.
She'd shake herself awake and just try to pay attention to a conversation to try to keep herself awake. Probably not knowing what's in the cart, listening to that one because magic's not really her thing.
And as you're just kind of sitting there, just paying attention, trying to at least, Yu comes back from behind you and sits next to you. It's like, boy, it's boring here.
Wait, who does?
You do.
Uh, um, she'll look really confused and look to the other me
Oh, don't look like that. They'll start thinking you're weird again and try to lock us up.
The she'll just start stammering, just like, who are you? Why do you look like me?
Because I am you. Duh.
Why are you here?
Because I was bored.
She'll look really, really worried and confused and a whole lot of other emotions and just, what do you want?
Nothing. Can you try not starving us again? That kind of sucked.
I'd rather starve than hurt one of my friends, so
Well, you didn't starve and you hurt one of your friends, so I'm not too sure how much conviction you had in that statement.
she let out a low growl. I didn't want to do that.
And you didn't want to starve either, it seems.
It wasn't me. I didn't.
Look at me. I'm Fayana, but I'm not Fayana. Wait, I'm still Fayana.
Shut up.
Come on. We don't have to be mean to each other. Look, I was nice enough to come over here and speak to you, so you don't crash us into a tree.
Don't want to talk to you.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't look very healthy talking to yourself, but it's fine.
Go away.
I mean, if you really want me to go away, it's not that hard.
Do it. Leave me alone.
Alrighty. Then go ahead and throw yourself off of here. I'll be gone in a heartbeat.
She'd look at it for a moment. You mean throw myself off the cart?
Preferably to something that would be fatal. It'd be really awkward having a broken leg or lost leg. Can you believe people out there actually still try to live after losing their leg?
It's their choice. At this point, she's just going to try her best to ignore her. And just look ahead.
At least he tasted good. A lot better than that rabbit. Please don't try to feed me another rabbit.
She'd kind of like stiffen and just clench the ropes really hard and just look really angry. Continuing to try to ignore her, though.
I mean, if you want this to be a very suffrage-like relationship, it can be. Look, I'm here trying to find amends. It would work a lot better if we worked together.
Don't want to work with you.
And why not? You obviously care about living, so do I.
Honestly, I care about my friends nothing more.
Obviously not enough.
She
Listen, how
went
about
in.
this? Let's come to an agreement.
What?
I'll keep my hands off of your friends. As long as you supply me with something steady. Instead of waiting days before giving me something to eat. And no more gamey critters, please. Unless it's an Akimoto. I've always wanted to try one of them. They have a very nutty taste.
I'm not killing anyone.
I mean, you do that quite a bit and quite well already.
That was because I had to.
To be honest, I think you've killed more than I have in the past year. Within the past... what? 20 days?
Leave me alone.
Come on, it's an easy deal. Just make sure you feed me. Don't ever get in whatever that woman did. Ugh, it was horrid. And we can have a cordial relationship.
No.
My. Aren't we a little catty?
I said no. Now leave me alone.
It's around this time, Akiyama and Valorith, you hear like an angry, no, leave me alone, coming from Fiona.
So, I'm sorry, did I do something wrong?
Is there like a bee around you? Do you need me to swat it away?
You're getting really annoyed about us talking about magic?
She looked over to you guys for a second before looking back.
As you
No,
look back, there's no one there.
It's... I'll tell you about it when we stop. I want to tell the whole group.
Okay,
Okay.
as long as you tell me and tell everyone else, we'll be
I
fine.
will. I promise.
Yeah, it's getting boring up there. You like starting to doze off, fall asleep. You want us to talk to you, keep you awake.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll help.
All right. So we got our 2 hours in of training. I can head over and sit next to her and start talking to her.
Could, if you like.
All right. How
But
about we put
bef-
this on?
As you're about to do that, Fiona, you see from behind them yourself. And to you, you hear, oh, I wouldn't tell them. If you tell them too much, I might have to kill them. Sorry.
She suddenly stiffened and pale a little bit. Much as she could, with burn stuff.
Hey, I want to survive, and they're kind of doing the opposite the thing of me surviving, so...
Val would start heading over. She's looking at her like she's seen a ghost. Fiona, you okay?
Feeling ill, are you?
She wouldn't answer for a moment before sighing. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
Okay, well, let's talk about it. He jumps up and goes into the seat next to her. So, how you holding up?
Not.
Fiona, make a
not
willpower.
well. Cool. Awesome. Let's do this. Boom.
Was that specifically to the GM? Is that the
Yeah,
reason why you can't see? Okay.
It was.
So, Fiona, as you're about to say that, her expression seems to change and slightly brightens. Like, yeah, I'm doing well. I'm just. We don't have any more alcohol, do we? I could really use a drink after today.
I didn't think you were that kind of person.
Yeah,
Let
well,
me check.
it was a rough day.
Yeah, that's true. Huh. Do we have any alcohol? Look over at Akiyama.
Akiyama kind of like look at his bag and be like, "That's mine."
Akiyama, have you been holding out on us?
I mean, it's fine, Akiyama. I don't want to drink yours if you don't want to share.
Not yet. I just want to at least keep it for a special occasion.
Fair enough. I'll just drink on my water skin then.
Okay. I mean, sure, none of the others. He kind of like yells a little bit back. Hey, do any of you have alcohol?
I wish.
Not really something I carry on the road.
No.
All right, cool. Back looking at Fiona. Sorry.
It's fine. Thank you for trying, Valorth.
It's all right.
Which is at this point, Fiona, you seem to have control over your lips again.
So, horses.
Yeah. Horses.
Which is at this point, we're going to take a break.
I'm so mad.
So, thank you guys for watching. We're going to be right back to... not allies. They were here. Not they were here. Oh, God. Empire of the Lost.
There you go. Third time's the charm.
Wow. So, yeah.
We're
be right
losing
back.
everything around here.
Bye.
Our minds, mostly.
Oh man, so many people have to talk to themselves.